Welcome to Orbiston Parva and my train shed, which is located in the Pacific Northwest of the United States, and what is sort of a video diary of the train that I'm building in my shed, which will be London and North Eastern Railway, East Coast Main Line inspired. Mainly because of this very first train I ever had, really. Cheshire, a D49, from the Margate factory shop sometime in the mid-1980s. It was obviously the LNER has iconic trains such as Flying Scotsman and the Mallard, which I have but is not in the shed, and the Cock of the North, which I just got, which I'm very excited about. But really it's, remembering the childhood, the model railway I had, that I've now imported to the US. So, in a Spitfire box. Well, some of the coaches are in there. Really the purpose of these videos, mostly for myself, to record what I do in building this railway, but also it might, I've learned a lot from other videos, and I'm very much an amateur, but I guess the particular angle is bringing so much British stuff to the US and getting it to work. So that's the sort of angle. So in terms of the railway, it will be a DCC, although none of these trains here currently have DCC wired in. I'm going to do that actually with the Scotsman after I finish this video. I've already done it with another tank engine that's not in the shed. The Cock of the North is DCC ready as a newer model. So a DCC with a Bachmann easy command with the boost, which I got off eBay for a much more reasonable price than you can get it from wholesalers, retailers. And it will have a double main line, which you can see roughly laid out now, but this is just for my own amusement. I haven't tacked anything down or anything like that. It's going to be a very busy railway. One of the reasons why I chose the Orbiston Parva, for those of you who are familiar with the film from the 1960s, Heavens Above, it was this kind of idealised place within the UK, but at the same time idealised but very sort of false, which is exactly what this railway is going to be, a sort of idealised version of sort of late 1930s British railway. It's not I'm not striving as much for sort of realism, a sort of cartoony version in some ways, partly because I've got youngish kids who will destroy everything, so I've got a lot of railroad. You can see I've gone for the railroad stuff, but also, it's the sort of nostalgia, right, which is what this is all about. Not nostalgia for the 30s, because I wasn't born in the 30s, but nostalgia for childhood railways. I also want there to be plenty to do on the layout. So we're going to have a through station with a terminus, 3 lines running to terminal platform 2. We're going to have an extensive goods yard, carriage sidings, and maintenance area, engine maintenance area with a turntable, ash pit, engine sheds. And you can see this is an 8x8 board, and I built these myself, which I'm quite proud of actually, because I work in academia and people never think you can be practical. But anyway, I built this for the shed. So it's these plywood, cork, 2x4s framed, basically 2 sort of trellises, and then these cross pieces screwed in. So it's going to be pretty tight, the amount of room I'm going to have for sort of any town scene. There won't be a town scene. I've got a brewery. I love the Metcalfe stuff. So there'll be a few things which I'll sort of put in here, but mostly it'll be track. So this is another way in which it will not be a realistic layout. It's going to be really jam-packed. But I want, this is the shed I've got. So I've got to work with what I've got, and I want there to be plenty to do for myself and kids. So this is the beginning. I'm not someone who does a lot of filming or editing, so this is going to be raw. Maybe that will change over time too. But now I've just come back from the UK and brought all this stuff over. So this is the beginning, and we'll see what happens in terms of building. So, you know, today I'm going to DCC these Cheshire and the Scotsman. But after that I need to start getting the track and getting that down, wiring it up, so on and so forth. So anyway, here we are.